It's the day before the Derby, and it's Ladies' Day at Churchill Downs, the day they run the Kentucky Oaks. It's a race that produces champions like Open Mind. Record setters, such as Light, will roll to a 10-length victory in the 1991 Oaks. Championship confrontations, including the 1994 Showdown, when Sardula defeated Lakeway. And huge upsets, like 1995's winner, 34-1 long shot, Gal in a Ruckus. Today, we have all the elements of those great races of the past as we run the sister race to the Derby, the 123rd Kentucky Oaks. Welcome to ESPN coverage of the 1997 Kentucky Oaks. This year's Oaks features 3 superstar fillies from across America. As you look at Churchill Downs, the most famous racetrack in America. From the east comes Glitter Woman. She's won her last 4 stakes races by a combined 30 lengths plus. From the west and the barn of D. Wayne Lucas, it's Sharp Cat, winner of 3 Grade 1 races and earnings of almost $800,000. And from the south and Midwest, it's Blushing KD, the racing queen of the Fairgrounds Oaks in New Orleans and the Fantasy at Oaklawn in Arkansas. Welcome to Kentucky Oaks Day at Churchill Downs, the day before the Derby, a big crowd and the big day of racing. Take a look at our weather conditions, 72 degrees. There are a chance of thunderstorms still, and a fast racetrack. Hello again, everyone. I'm Chris Lincoln. Welcome to the Fillies race. They say this is the Fillies racing for the Lilies here. It's Kentucky Oaks 123, and it really is the second biggest event in racing here at Churchill Downs for the year. Glad you joined us for that. We've also got live coverage of some other top events coming for you as well. Well, I have quite a team of announcers here set to get together with us here. Our ladies will include Katen Bader. She's in the winner's circle. Leslie Visser's in the paddock. Tom Durkin to call the races. And in the barn area, there's where Jeff Betters is. Jeff?
Thanks, Chris. I'm with Sam David, the trainer of Blushing KD, and she was a late foal, didn't hit the ground till June. How good is she going to be when she matures?
She's actually maturing all the time. I mean, every day it looks like she's matured a lot since the fairgrounds, and I think she'll continue to. Hope she takes another big step in her maturity today.
Well, she probably will. There are some great fillies in this field. Of course, Glitter Woman kind of headlining that, but your horse fits in pretty well.
She sure does. We think so. You know, it's a great cast of fillies, and it's just every one of them in there has a legitimate shot. But our filly is at the top of her game, and we don't think she'll embarrass us at all.
Well, good luck. A lot of people consider her to be the 3rd best filly in the country right now. Watch for her, though, to maybe move up a couple of spots within the hour.
Before the Kentucky Oaks, we'll head to the turf, the Colonel Matt Wynn Turf Course, for the running of the Crown Royal American Turf. It's at 1 mile and a 16th. It's 3-year-olds for $100,000. For the field of our first live race, here's Katen Bader in the winner's circle.
Well, Chris, at 1 mile and a 16th, you have a nice long run into the first turn to gain position. We have a field of 10 3-year-olds, many who have tried the dirt, tried the Triple Crown Trail without success. Let's take a look at the field. We begin with an entry for trainer Billy Mott of the lightly raced Daylight Savings and Sky and Sea. Nearbank comes in with Chicago rider Mark Guidry. They've just won the Transylvania Stakes. Next, a couple of long shots, Battle Mountain and I'm a Star Too. Then Royal Strand was a winner on the grass last out at Keeneland, packed day back aboard. The California Invader, Deputy Commander, one of the favorites, makes his turf debut here for trainer Wally Delasse. The Speedy Robin and Gin carries Shane Sellers. Mr. Gumbo enters off 3 straight wins, 2 of them on the dirt, and on the outside, the favorite, winner of the Forerunner, Charles Sellis Thesaurus, with Craig Perret on board. And the 2 main contenders appear to be contrasted in terms of styles as well as experience. We mentioned Deputy Commander at 3-1 with Corey Nakatani. Has never tried the dirt before, has a beautiful pedigree for the grass, though. Tom?
Acting up in the starting gate there is Deputy Commander. He was really on his toes in the post parade, and in fact went off to seek a little solace away from the other horses. He's a horse with a great deal of speed, and may well indeed be the horse on the lead early. The final horse to load in will be Sky and Sea, part of an entry. His stablemate is Daylight Savings. He goes into post position number 10 and will be ready for the start. Pretty good run here into the first turn at Churchill Downs on the turf course, going the distance. In the gates, and they're off. And in mid-pack it is Deputy Commander. Down toward the inside, near the bank is there. I'm a Star 2 and Battle Mountain. Robin Gin toward the outside. Moving by us for the first time, and Deputy Commander is the leader. Corey Nakatani trying to take him in hand to throttle down his early speed, but Robin Gin is right there to keep him company as they move into the first turn. Sky and Sea fan 5 wide into the turn, near the bank, benefiting from an inside post saves ground. Moving through in between horses, it's Battle Mountain. He's now running in 4th. Royal Strand on the far outside is now 5th. I'm a Star 2 in between horses, 6th. Daylight Savings moves through an opening on the inside. Sky and Sea on the far outside. Then a break of 3. Back to the 2 trailers, Mr. Gumbo, and the favorite, Thesaurus, is last. He's 9 lengths behind. A 23-2 first quarter. They're picking up the tempo. The half goes in 46 and 4. They're a half mile out. It's still Deputy Commander holding a short lead. Robin Gin keeping the pressure up as they enter the far turn. Royal Strand is running in 3rd. Near the bank, working harder toward the inside, 4th. Battle Mountain in between horses. Sky and Sea revving up, and there he goes. Now launching a bit outside horses. And Thesaurus getting underway, but he's left with a lot to do. He's still about 8 lengths behind with less than 3 furlongs to go. They're coming to the top of the stretch. Robin Gin makes his move for the lead now. Robin Gin on the outside, Deputy Commander, and they brush at the top of the lane. Royal Strand set down for the drive, and he's coming with his bit. He's running in 3rd. Sky and Sea is 4th. Then farther back, Thesaurus not going to get it done today. 3 of them headlong into the final 100 yards. Here comes Royal Strand on the outside. Robin Gin, Deputy Commander fades to 3rd. Mr. Gumbo moving late. Here's the line. Royal Strand has won it. Pat Day aboard the winner in course equaling time, 1:40 and 4/5 seconds. Pat Day, who has won more races than any other jockey here at Churchill Downs, does it again, this time with Royal Strand.
The king of Churchill Downs. When it comes to jockeys, there is Patrick Day. Boy, he's just rewritten all the record books here, and take a look at him as he flies on the outside. Caton Bader to pick up the stretch of the Crown Royal.
This was a patented Pat Day ride. He laid off the pace, but kept his horse busy all the way, just bided his time, kept him clear of traffic, made that move through the stretch, and right in the nick of time to grab Robin Gin for the victory. And there's Pat Day finishing in hand.
Robin Gin just behind there as you take a look at him turning for home now. We kept looking for Thesaurus, the race favorite, the 9 horse, but it wasn't to be. It looked like Robin Gin in the white blinkers there was going to be the one setting some of the pace here. But then coming on the outside, Thesaurus trying to get through. Royal Strand, the 5 in the purple and yellow silks, the purple cap. Pat Day with that classic riding style of his, using the left-handed whip. Watch, he gets this one with a white blaze. The big chestnut comes up alongside Robin Gin. And there is Royal Strand to get there at the wire, and there is a close look at the finish. Look at the pumping action of the Hall of Famer Pat Day, and we'll show you how it looked in the photo finish camera here with Royal Strand, the 5 horse, right there in front of Robin Gin. The photo sign is up. They have not made it official. The stewards are checking the photos, but boy, from all our angles, it looked like Pat Day and Royal Strand had it. We're underway. It's Kentucky Oaks Day on ESPN.
ESPN's coverage of the 1997 Kentucky Oaks is being brought to you by Thrifty Car Rental. Best of all, it's thrifty.
Wherever business takes you, call Thrifty Car Rental first at 1-800-4CARS. Thrifty offers low rates on first-rate transportation. Call us toll-free 24 hours coast to coast and get great deals on the best wheels. Now, for only $34.95 a day, rent a Dodge Stratus or a similar mid-size car from Thrifty. Just $34.95 a day.
Best of all is Thrifty, renting cars with pride worldwide.
And I always thought that I made enough money, I'd buy myself a racehorse.
So all the matter, we'll take it by a half a length.
And I did. Is it equal to winning an Academy Award? In a way, yes.
Afternoon Delights doesn't even take a deep breath. He just strolls home.
Until you've done it, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. It's a great sport.
Make your bid for success at Keeneland's Selected Yearling Sale.
This year at the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness, and the Belmont Stakes, there's an absolute 100% sure thing. If you try to use American Express, you won't get in, because the only card accepted at the gate is Visa. It's everywhere you want to be.
For nearly as long as there's been a Kentucky Derby, there's been a Claiborne Farm. And through the decades, the impact of Claiborne and its stallions on the world's greatest race is without equal. From Bold Ruler, sire of the immortal Secretariat and grandsire to 5 Kentucky Derby champions, to Swale, Ferdinand, Go for Gin, and Unbridled, 1990 Kentucky Derby champion and sire of Grindstone, winner of the 1996 Derby. Claiborne Farm, where the run for the roses begins. ESPN's coverage of the 1997 Kentucky Oaks is being brought to you by Thrifty Car Rental. Best of all, it's thrifty. By Visa, it's everywhere you want to be. By Budweiser, Beechwood aged for a crisp, clean, classic taste. By Western Pacific, with low-fare Boeing jet service to cities coast to coast. By the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority. Get away from the ordinary and discover the extraordinary. Las Vegas. Call your travel agent today. And by Nicorette Gum. You can do it. Nicorette can help.
Back live, and there is the winning rider, Pat Day, winner of more than 1,600 races at Churchill Downs, being congratulated by Tom Meeker right next to him in the tie. And earlier, we asked Mr. Meeker, the President and Chief Executive Officer, to give us a welcome for our Kentucky Oaks Day, and just why this day is so important, not only to Kentucky racing, but also to Churchill Downs itself. Here's a quick look now with Tom Durkin at that winning ride by Pat Day on Royal Strand in the Crown Royal.
There's Pat Day on foot. Here he is aloft. Take a look at Pat Day just urging his horse. He's really not getting into this horse totally until the very last 16th of a mile. Now he's saying, okay, go. Give me everything you have. I want it right now. And that he did. They covered the last 16th of a mile in 6 seconds flat. That's very good time. And speaking of very good time, this equals the course record here. Earlier today on the turf in a 5-furlong sprint race, they set the course record, beating it by 2/5 of a second. And after that ride, a deserving trip to the winner's circle.
They are fast on the grass here. Congratulations, the connections of Royal Strand and for rider Pat Day. Well, Mr. Meeker, I'm sorry to make you wait, but you understand racing comes first. Here now is Tom Meeker, the President, Chief Executive Officer of Churchill Downs, with a special welcome for us.
Well, the 123rd running of the Kentucky Oaks is a special day, as has been all the other 122 races we've had here. It's sort of Louisville's day. It's a day where we celebrate the horse, and in particular the fillies. And it's a coming together of all of the people in Louisville. And today, hopefully, we'll have 90,000 people out here, which will be the second largest day in all of racing in the United States. So it's a significant day for racing, a significant day for Louisville, and most importantly, a significant day for the entire nation.
Well, there's a look at just what this Oaks Day is turned into. Truly Louisville's day at the races, the second biggest day, as Tom Meeker pointed out. Everybody having a great time, especially if you had a winning ticket on the 5. Royal Strand wins the Crown Royal American Turf and pays $13, $6.40 and 4. Robin Gin was second, $8.45.20. Deputy Commander got the show, and the exacta returns $102. And as Tom Durkin mentioned, a equaling time of 1:40 and 4. And here's how they did the record equaling task on the Matt Wynn Turf course here, hitting the quarter at 23 and a fraction, 46 and 4 for the half, finishing up 1:40 and 4. Let's go to the winner's circle and hear more about the victory on Royal Strand.
Well, talking Pat Day's basking in a little bit of glory, well deserved, with a very good ride.
Thank you very much. This is a nice colt. Elliott's brought him along slow. Thank you. He's still learning what it's all about. I tell you, I think he's got a great future. He's a long striding colt. As I said, Elliott's brought him along slow and done the right thing with him, and he sure performed up to beyond expectations today, to be honest with you.
We're going to take a look at some of those expectations materializing at the top of the stretch here, right in the perfect spot.
Well, I tell you what, the horses kicked away from him a little bit at the 3/8 pole, I picked him up and asked him to go on with it, and he run up to him, but then he was wanting to duck in, down in behind him coming off the turn. Got my stick over my left hand, got after him pretty good. He changed leads a little bit late because of the incident at the head of the stretch, but once he got lined out, he's really covering some ground right here. He's really kicking on and finished up nicely.
Great way to start the afternoon, Pat, with 3 wins already. Still more to come. Tommy Sue's Delight a little later on, but Elliott Walden, this is deja vu. I believe we were here same place about this time last year.
Well, we were, and I'm just happy to be here with you.
Let's have a touch with these 3-year-old turf runners.
Well, they're a little easier than the Derby, so I picked my spot with the kind of horse that we've got. So he really is developing, like Pat said, and, you know, who knows? He wants to go all day. That's one of his strengths, and we'll see what happens down the road.
Well, so far, this dirt race wrapped up by Elliott Walden. Pat Day aboard Thomas Sue's Delight coming up in the Kentucky Oaks. Chris?
Well, congratulations to James Stone's Royal Strand. He's also the breeder bred in Ireland. This 3-year-old by Royal Academy out of the mare Twine. Today the winner of the Crown Royal in horse record equaling time at Churchill Downs.
Okay, so I want a burger made my way, but I can't talk to the person making it. Can I borrow the microphone? No. At Subway, every sandwich is a special order made by a sandwich artist on fresh baked bread with fresh veggies. Take the Subway challenge at a Subway near you.
Alpha 111, cleared for takeoff.
Join the Air Force and see the world's most exotic terminals. For today's hottest computer careers, aim high, Air Force.
Introducing Biomat's Easy Roll, the flower garden that comes rolled up like a carpet, a giant 10 feet long. Just roll it out and water it. All the seeds and nutrients are in the Easy Roll, ready to spring forth hundreds of the most beautiful flowers imaginable. Many different varieties and colors. It can even be cut to fit your special planter. Biomat's Easy Roll is now only $19.95. Call now and get these special flower shears free. Order Biomat's Easy Roll now.
Yeah, one doesn't mean to interrupt your afternoon of sport, but you know, if a bit of revelry mixed with a healthy dose of jubilation is your cup of tea, then you really should try our Major League Soccer on telly. Terribly exciting lads, yes they are. You simply don't find fancier footwork than that provided by Kobe Jones. No, marvelous, simply marvelous. So, do give it a look. Barkeep, a pint for everyone on the monarchy.
Show her you love her. Take her to Kentucky. For your free official Kentucky vacation guide, call 1-800-225-TRIP. See why God made horses. For your free official Kentucky vacation guide, call 1-800-225-TRIP.
Thrifty Car Rental racing across America. Presented by Visa as we move over Aristides, the winner of the first Kentucky Derby in 1875, and up towards the roof of one of the most famous landmarks in American sports, the Twin Spires. Our Derby Week coverage continues up close, coming up at 6 o'clock, handicapping the Derby tonight at 11. Then Saturday, join us for breakfast on ESPN 2 at 8 o'clock. Back for 2-day at the Kentucky Derby at noon. Our Derby special, 2 to 4:30, and 2-day at the Derby wraps it all up 6 o'clock tomorrow. More on the 123rd Run for the Roses tomorrow. Here's Leslie Visser.
Chris, as you know, there are 13 horses in the field. That's the smallest field since 1985. We'd like to show you their post positions and the morning line. Crypto Star drew the rail. He comes from so far back, though, it won't really matter, and he has the king, as we've all been calling him, Pat Day, aboard. Well, Captain Bodgett, also strong odds from the 4-hole. A lot of people like Silver Charm, the Santa Anita Derby winner with a great tactical speed. Of course, then there is the favorite, Pulpit. He has great works all this week, and he's got the ideal post position for Shane Sellers. There are 3 horses on the outside, Free House being the strongest of those, the California horse. Well, one note on Phantom on Tour, you might have heard that his blood plate, his blood cells white count has been very high all week. He's been taking electrolytes. This morning, trainer Lynn Whiting walked him, said he seems fine, but he wouldn't go all the way to say he was 100%. He said, we hoped we dodged a bullet.
I hope we're going to dodge a bullet. The clouds are getting darker. The wind is picking up. But the lilies are ready for the filly that wins the 1997 Kentucky Oaks. It's going to be a great race.
Want a bud?
Sure. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Yes!
Where were we?
Great moments in racing are the results of months of hard work and hope, years of planning and persevering, and generations of successful bloodlines. For nearly 2 decades, Walmack has contributed to some of racing's most exciting moments, with young stallions like Group 1 winner and leading third crop sire Septi MCL, sire of 1996 multiple graded stakes winner Cesium Sans among his 18 lifetime stakes horses. At Walmack, we're working to make every moment count.
There's no bond more sacred than between us and our herd. Gateway computers feature the Intel Pentium chip. Call 1-800-GATEWAY and we'll make one for you.
Bring it on!
The top men's players in the world square off when the ATP Tour rolls into Hamburg for the German Open. Coverage begins Thursday at 3 on ESPN.
It's the most celebrated race in the world. But what goes on behind the scenes of the Kentucky Derby? Take a look inside a place they call the backside. Outside the lines, inside the Kentucky Derby, Monday at 10:30, only on ESPN.
There is the most important and the least used winner's circle in all of racing. That is the winner's circle, used only one time a year for one race for the winner of the Kentucky Derby. Well, ESPN's Emmy Award-winning Outside the Line series has a 1-hour special coming up this Monday, 10:30 Eastern, inside the Kentucky Derby, hosted by Bob Lee. Well, Claiborne Farm in Paris, Kentucky is known as one of the most historic and most successful of all thoroughbred breeding nurseries. We're going to show you now just why. Claiborne Farm has been the birthplace of 8 Kentucky Derby winners, including Triple Crown winners Gallant Fox in 1930 and Omaha in 1935. Johnstown easily won the Roses in 1939. Jet Pilot, the 1947 Kentucky Derby winner, was the next to be born at Claiborne. In the 1970s, the farm celebrated back-to-back Derby wins. Cannonero II in 1971. And Riva Ridge's romping win in 1972. The homebred Swale in 1984 gave Claiborne the only Derby winner the farm has bred and owned. And in 1986, they cheered Ferdinand, owned by longtime Claiborne client Howard Keck, and ridden by Hall of Famer Bill Shoemaker to his 4th Kentucky Derby victory. Well, that's 8 down, and they're hoping for 1 more to go this year. Pulpit, of course, owned and bred by Claiborne Farms, made the morning line favorite. The backside now, and Jeff Medders with another Derby trainer.
That's right, John Tomorrow, trainer of Concerto. I think this horse has been just a little bit overlooked, in my opinion. His last outing, the Tessio, did you get everything out of him that you wanted?
We got everything we wanted. The race was perfect that we used as a training race for the Derby, and it was just perfect.
A little extra pressure. You're going to have to train for George Steinbrenner. How badly does he want to win Kentucky Derby?
I think even though he doesn't show it, he wants to win it very bad, almost as bad as me.
Well, best of luck. We'll be back to the backside and just a little bit later on.
Thank you, Jeff. And a reminder, the ABC coverage of the Kentucky Derby starts tomorrow, 4:30 Eastern. Post time set for 5:32. Well, the voice you've been hearing calling the racing here, Tom Durkins, join me now, and of course ready to set up the Kentucky Oaks. Tom, this has all the makings of a great race. We've already profiled the big 3 fillies, of course, that are here. Did it surprise you they got 6 to go against these?
Well, there really are. You know, there's 500,000 reasons to enter this race. A picture of George Washington on every one of them. But also, too, it is like Wayne Lucas says about the Kentucky Derby. It's that one chance for immortality, and the Oaks is gaining stature every year, and he can only run it at one time.
There are only 12
Grade 1 races for 3-year-old fillies in this country. Let's look at the conditions of the most important one. $500,000 in the purses, Tom told you. They're 3-year-old fillies. They go 1 mile and 1/8. They'll be asked to carry 121 pounds, and here is the field at 9.
Star-studded field it is. Glitter Woman, and she is a star. She won her last 4 races, all graded stakes, by a combined total of 32 lengths. Mustang, not today. Buckeye Search, the winner of the $100,000 Bourbonette. She's 35-1. Blushing Katie, another legitimate star. She won her last 4 races by a total of 30 lengths, including the Fantasy. Sharp Cat, this is the filly that Wayne Lucas wanted to run in the Kentucky Derby. She's here against the girls today. Then Anklet, a graded stakes winner nonetheless. She'll be a long price this afternoon. How about this? Here's a champion, Storm Song. 2-year-old filly champion of 96, but she started out in 1997 like the Chicago Cubs. Then Majestic Moment will be a long price. And Tommy Sue's Delight, a magnificent physical specimen. She looks like an equine version of one of those American gladiators.
So many great races here in the Oak Series. Tom, I know you have a favorite, 1993.
Yeah, there's been so many great races. Sardula and Lakeway Light's record run. Let's go back and see Eliza on the outside and Dispute toward the rail. Eliza was a 2-year-old champion filly herself, but Dispute would win it this day for trainer Shug McGahee, a Kentucky native, his first victory, and Dispute goes on to a game victory over a champion in Eliza.
We're waiting for the fillies to come over, and here she is, Glitter Woman. She is the queen of racing right now, undefeated this year in 4-star. She has annihilated her field, but now she meets the best from the West, the best from the South. Is she the best in America? That's why we're here today.
I've never been to Las Vegas.
Welcome to my town.
Checked into my hotel. It's a pyramid. Look at this place. This is amazing.
See the lights, the shows.
There are lots of great shows in Las Vegas. I found out a new code.
24/7.
It's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And they're not kidding.
Never sleep. Totally amazing.
There'll be plenty of time to rest when I get, back to work.
Well, Visa Gold bought you the clubs and the clothes and 3 rounds at breathtaking Pebble Beach. The one thing it couldn't buy you was a single decent shot.
I quit! Finish without me.
I can't. Those were my clubs.
Fortunately, it had enough purchasing power for your next set of clubs.
Graphite.
Visa Gold, it's everywhere you want to be.
I was born active. Motor's always running, if you know what I mean. So to stop smoking, the patch was not for me. Too passive, too rigid. With Nicorette gum, I get to do something. I participate in my own survival, fight my own cravings. Nicorette and I hit them before they hit me. I was busy smoking. Now I'm busy not smoking. Works out pretty good.
Nicorette gum will help you quit smoking successfully by helping you control your cravings. You can do it. Nicorette can help.
Tonight, Paul Kariya leads the Mighty Ducks into Motown to open their battle with Sergei Fedorov and the Red Wings. Anaheim takes on Detroit tonight at 7:30 as the Stanley Cup playoffs continue.
Fingerprint Fedorov if you can catch him.
Thunderstorms have been forecast here in Louisville, Kentucky this afternoon on the first Friday in May, and it looks like it may come true. We've seen some lightning already in the sky. The wind has picked up. The temperature has dropped. It's gotten dark here at Churchill Downs. Let's brighten things up. Kate and Bader in the winner's circle.
Well, Chris, the last time trainer Shug McGahee had a filly win 4 consecutive graded stakes races, that filly went on to win the Breeders' Cup Distaff and was named champion older filly and mare. It's no surprise then that with the possibility of Glitter Woman following in the footsteps of Inside Information or even Kentucky Oaks winner Dispute, that her trainer might have a little glitter in his eye. The lure of the Twin Spires has caused many a trainer to take a chance and run in the Kentucky Derby when other races might be wiser. So when the filly Glitter Woman rattled off 3 straight graded stakes wins in Florida this year, then capped it off with a wire-to-wire trip to the Ashland Winner's Circle last month at Keeneland, it wasn't much of a stretch to consider her a possible Derby contender. For native Kentuckian Shug McGahee, though, all that glittered was not roses.
My idea was always to run her in the Oaks. If possibly the Derby had fallen apart, then, we might have thought more about it. But as I say, I think that the Oaks stands on its own. I think it's a great race. And, I'd be very, very pleased if Glitter Woman would be able to win it.
Purchased privately last summer for owner Joe Allen, Glitter Woman put together 3 runner-up stakes finishes in New York and Kentucky last season, then surprised both her trainer and her rider, Mike Smith, with a perfect transformation this year.
Her style of running really helps a lot. I mean, she's got tactical speed. You can put her wherever you want to put her. And she's aggressive when it comes time to go. I mean, she'll take it right to you, and she'll take it to you hard, you know, and that, to me, is her big point. I mean, whenever she gets to you, she don't just get to you, she gets to you running and running fast.
The daughter of Glitterman enters today's Oaks as the favorite, but meets her toughest opponents yet in D. Wayne Lucas's Sharp Cat and Fantasy Stakes winner Blushing KD, a winner in 6 of 7 lifetime races. McGahee wouldn't mind if the glory came with all the glitter, but without so much of the glamour.
Well, no, I'd rather be Glitter Woman than 2 $10,000 fillies and going over there for that. But, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I think that it's what it's all about. I mean, and especially to see it come up this year with the 3 favorites being Glitter Woman, Blushing KD, and Sharp Cat have never run against each other. So, you know, I'm just happy to have one of the logical ones in there. And I think that when we go over there on Friday afternoon, that it's going to be a matter of which one runs her best race that day, and I think that'll be the one that wins.
Glitter Woman now at 8-5. You won't want to miss this. The best from all over the country are here, including D. Wayne Lucas's Sharp Cat. The post parade is next.
Wherever business takes you, call Thrifty Car Rental first at 1-800-4CARS. Thrifty offers low rates on first-rate transportation. Call us toll-free 24 hours coast to coast and get great deals on the best wheels. Now, for only $34.95 a day, rent a Dodge Stratus or a similar mid-size car from Thrifty. Just $34.95 a day.
Best of all is Thrifty, renting cars with pride worldwide.
Top horses don't just show up for the biggest days in racing, and neither should you. When the stakes are high and the races are big, remember, nobody beats Daily Racing Form. Only Daily Racing Form covers North America's biggest races from wire to wire, with in-depth horse-by-horse analysis, features on the top jockeys and trainers, the most complete and accurate past performances, and the latest developments as reported by the best riders in racing. So remember, when the stakes are high and the races are big, Daily Racing Form is your best return on investment.
We created Western Pacific Airlines with a very simple formula. First, build a fleet of modern, efficient aircraft. Next, provide low-fare service to great destinations from coast to coast. Then, assemble a hard-working team of experienced professionals whose #1 job is to make flying fun. That's our formula for success. That's Western Pacific Airlines.
What do some of the greatest horses of this century have in common?
Secretariat is widening now. He is moving like a tremendous machine. 49er and sinking the ball. Wow! Oh, what a finish! And it will be Lure once again. The 2 Derby winners hit the wire together. The 116th run for the Roses goes to unbridled.
What do all these great horses have in common? Claiborne Farm, where legends begin.
Thrifty Car Rental, racing across America. Welcomes you back to our coverage of the 1997 Kentucky Oaks at Churchill Downs as the skies are getting darker as we approach post time for the 123rd Kentucky Oaks. Here are the current odds. The #1 filly in America, #1 post position, Glitter Woman at 3-2, the race favorite. Mustang at big price, Buckeye Search, big price, Blushing KD, 5-2, 2.5, and there's Sharp Cat at 3, the third choice in this star-studded field of 9. Rounding it out for us now, you'll see Anklet, Storm Song, along with Majestical Moment, and then Tommy Sue's Delight getting support at 9-2. The big story right now is the weather. We've seen a lot of people scurrying for the exits. You're smart because you are home, and you wouldn't want to leave this event. Believe me, it's going to be some kind of terrific showdown. The 3 greatest fillies in America all meeting here this afternoon. You can see behind us, though, it looks like it's turned from day to night very quickly. We'll keep you apprised of the weather because it could have a major impact, not only on this race, but only 2 fillies ever been on and off track. That is Glitter Woman and Storm Song, the only 2 have ever seen an off track. Hayden, with all that in mind, what are some of the keys to victory here in the Kentucky Oaks?
Well, with the weather, Storm Song might be the appropriate hunch bet, but this is a case of seeing through the glitter. Glitter Woman breaks from the inside with some natural speed, but trainer would like to see her relax as she did in Florida. It's critical that she settle and have a position early so she has something left late. By the speedy sire Glitter Man, our favorite has never run this far. While she's run very well at 1 1/16, she has to stretch her pedigree an extra 16th to wear the lilies today. And finally, our heroine meets her toughest competition yet. She's tackled the best on the East, but still must rise to the occasion as she meets the best of the rest in today's Kentucky Oaks. Chris?
There's jockey Mike Smith, one of the top riders in the nation. He will be on Glitter Woman. Has been on it for all 4 of her impressive victories so far this year. Mentioned, of course, Sharp Cat, trained by D. Wayne Lucas. Wayne could win his 4th Kentucky Oaks. The master and the leader in that department is retired Hall of Fame trainer Woody Stevens. He won 5, going from 1959 into the 80s through 4 decades. Take a look at this scene in the paddock, though. We mentioned several people scurried out when they started hearing the rumbling thunder, and I'm sure you can hear it now. There is the man, D. Wayne Lucas, as he legs up his jockey, Corey Nakatani, gives his filly a little pat. He's hoping, of course, for some revenge in several cases. He'd like, of course, to turn the tables on Storm Song, who snatched the championship away by really embarrassing Sharp Cat in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies at Woodbine last fall. He'd also like to make it clear that the West is better than the East, and he can beat Glitter Woman. Leslie?
Well, here's a man who's won this race and many others, Wayne Lucas. Wayne, tell us a little bit. You have one of the best fillies in the country, a superstar, but what will it take to beat Glitter Woman?
Well, again, it isn't a foregone conclusion that one of these, either Sharp Cat or Glitter Woman, is ahead of the division. It's a very contentious race, and there's some others. The favoritism in this one's probably going to go that way. I think that they're probably going to let us have the pace. And if they do that, it'll be how much of it we get. If the fractions are realistic, I think we'll finish well.
Do you feel like this is the best horse in your barn?
No, not at this point. I think we've got some good depth in Marlin and grass horses and so forth. But on the other hand, this one has star potential for sure.
What about here in the Santa Anita Derby? Awfully rough start for Sharp Cat.
Well, Hello in the next gate really caused that. He got excited. We banged her head on the starting gate, and nobody likes to get hit in the nose right before they're going to compete. So that was that, and it didn't help us any.
Well, thanks for joining us and stay dry. Thank you. Back to you, Chris.
The rain has started, Leslie. You better jump in and stay dry, too, as we're ready to present the field for the 1997, the 123rd edition of the Kentucky Oaks. $500,000 is the purse, but like the Derby, the dollars are not what's important here. It's the glory of one of America's great races. This may be the greatest of them all for 3-year-old fillies. Let's present the field now as they make the turn. The 1 horse and the race favorite, Glitter Woman, a perfect 4 for 4 in 1997 in dominating fashion. Today she tries to hold on to her title as America's best 3-year-old filly. Mike Smith rides. The 2 horse, a big price here, is Must Sing. Least experienced filly with just 3 starts, making her stakes debut in America's toughest 3-year-old filly race. Robbie Alvarado just won the title at Oaklawn in Arkansas, has them out. The 3, another price from the barn of Darby Dan Farm, one of the most famous silks in racing, and trainer Carl Nasker, Buckeye Search, winner of the Bourbonette at Turfway, taking a big step today. Jerry Balo's just the one to get it done. The Hall of Fame jockey won the 1993 Oaks. The 4, here's the filly a lot of people talk about, Blushing KD. The daughter of Blushing John has won her last 4 starts. She's a $32,000 Keeneland bargain. Lonnie Mesh is the rider. The 5 horse, this is D. Wayne Lucas' Sharp Cat, the Pider Prince Salman of the ruling family of Saudi Arabia, winner of 4 Grade 1 races. Corey Nakatani won his 2nd Oaks last year in the long shot Pike Place Dancer. The 6 is Anklet. Anklet ran 2nd by 6.5 lengths to Glitter Woman in the Ashland Stakes, winner of the Florida Oaks at Tampa Bay Downs. Gary Stevens, just elected to Racing's Hall of Fame, is in the irons. He won the 1986 Oaks. This is Storm Song, a $100,000 Keeneland sales purchase by Dogwood Stable. The 1996 Eclipse champion juvenile filly, but is 0 for 3 and badly beaten this year. She doesn't like thunder any more than I do. Craig Perret rides. majestical moment is the 8-horse trained by David Cross. Bred in Kentucky, this Northern California invader looking for her first stakes victory. Shane Sellers, the rider. Tommy Sujalite with Pat Day will round out our field. $575,000 purchase. This daughter of A.P. Indy. Big, strong, but been a bridesmaid in stakes racing this spring. Well, the jocks, I hope they have plenty of goggles on. They're going to need them. The rain is coming in at Churchill Downs for the Oaks.
It all started with 4 little notes. 20 years later, everyone is still singing.
I love New York.
I love it! Of course I love New York.
I love New York.
I gotta do just like that? I love it!
I love New York.
I love it!
For your free I Love New York travel guide, call 1-800-I-LOVE-NEW-YORK.
I love New York.
It's party time! Fox is smoking with the Jim Carrey comedy, The Mask. And special mask effects in all your favorite shows.
Thank you very much.
7 unforgettable season finales. 4 can't-miss episodes of The X-Files. Original movies. Surprise weddings. The 90210 college graduation. The biggest episodes of the year. All month long.
Somebody stop me.
If you think you know how far we'll go,
I'd like to think so.
you don't know Fox.
Baseball detectives, it's Dusty.
What can we do for you?
We're playing the Dodgers tomorrow. I need their signs.
Hey, baseball detectives, I need a pick for my fantasy baseball team. Who should it be?
Hey, baseball days. This is Norm.
This hotel's got rocks in their mattresses.
We're on our way. This baby's gonna add 2 years to your career, Charlton.
I paid a lot of money for my derby hat, and it's going to stay dry. That's her attitude. She's wrapped up in plastic. The rain is falling hard now at Churchill Downs as we welcome you back to the 123rd Kentucky Oaks. Taking a look here at the one everybody is talking about now, and that is Glitter Woman, the 1-horse, the green and white silks of Joseph Allen. Let's give you the current odds presented by Las Vegas, as Glitter Woman is the 3-2 favorite. Blushing KD is the second choice, 5-2, and Sharp Cat is at 3-1. Tommy Sue's Delight getting some support as well. As you mentioned, only 2 of these fillies have ever been on off-track, Glitter Woman and Storm Song. Got a lot of favorites we've talked about. Let's give you a horse at a price, though. Here's our Bud Long shot for the Kentucky Oaks.
To try to beat the big girls, you need a big girl. That's one reason why we've chosen the physically imposing Tommy Sue's Delight as our butt long shot. She'll be trying to overcome a vexing habit of sluggish starts and trying to avenge the defeat of her dam Prospector's Delight in the 1992 Oaks. Tommy Sue's Delight has lost twice to Blushing KD at shorter distances this year, but trainer Neil Howard is really looking forward to today's 1 1/8 and that long, long Churchill Downs stretch. Well, now's the chance for Tommy Sue's Delight to fry some really big fish as our Kentucky Oaks Bud Long shot.
Tommy Sue's Delight now at 5-1, owned by Stephen Hilbert, trained by Neil Howard, and ridden by Pat Day. Well, I hope Kate and Leslie have found a little bit of cover here. Let's go to them.
Not much cover, actually. We have Leslie just arriving from the paddock, and I'm sure getting her share of the rain. But as the horses make their way to the post, they're pretty used to going out in this type of weather. And I think that riders react more than just about anything, Leslie. What was the atmosphere in the paddock?
It was very windy, Caton, and people were sort of troubled. All the women spent all that money on their hats. But, you know, maybe the horses aren't that disturbed by it.
We're looking at Wayne Lucas, his thoughts as he went out postward.
You know, he's really in the position of hoping that the filly does really well today and that his other horse does well tomorrow to sort of justify all the criticism.
And their Glitter Woman getting a little antsy as they get closer to post. Tom?
Well, I think, ladies and gentlemen, not being a meteorologist, but I think it stopped raining. At least it's not raining in my little part of the world, and I don't believe that the rain is going to have much effect on the outcome at all. Looking at the racing surface, it just got a little moisture in it, but so far I don't think it's going to be a big problem at all. I can see the people beneath me returning to their seats, so maybe God likes the Kentuckians today. It doesn't look as if the weather is going to play much havoc with the Kentucky Oaks. There is the track record, 148-2, and the Oaks record at this distance is 148-4, which was set by Light in her tour de force. The field has reached the starting gate for the 123rd running of the Kentucky Oaks. Sharp Cat taking her position in the middle of the field. Glitter Woman taking up her position toward the inside. The tote board now reads 7-5 for Glitter Woman, and Sharp Cat is at 4-1, or at 5-2, excuse me. And the others moving into the starting gate, or excuse me, Blushing KD is at 5-2, and Sharp Cat at 8-1. The final horse is now moving into line. There's Buckeye's Search, and next to her, Sharp Cat in the starting gate. One would expect that Sharp Cat would be the early pacemaker, and the one at the rear in the early going, Tommy Sue's Delight. But there's a lot of middle movers in this field. Blushing KD moves in the middle, and so does Glitter Woman. They're in the gate, and they are off. And it is Sharp Cat to the early lead. Majestical Moment, a long shot on the far outside. Anklet is in between those two, and Glitter Woman toward the inside. It's Must Sing now running in fourth. Into the clubhouse turn, and Sharp Cat is the early leader, but there's a firing line in behind her. Majestical Moment on the outside. Must Sing tucks away in behind the lead. Anklet running fourth on the outside. Blushing KD 5 lengths from the early lead. Glitter Woman has found her way to the outside. She is 3 wide in hand, 5 lengths behind Sharp Cat. And then it's Buckeye's Search, Storm Song, and Tommy Sue's Delight is the early trailer. The first quarter in 23 4/5 seconds, and they're moving into the backstretch. Sharp Cat bounding clear by length and a half. Must Sing comes on through an opening on the inside. Blushing KD is right up there now, running in third position. Lonnie Mesh trying to settle her down as they head for the far turn. Glitter Woman with a clear aim on the far outside as the field hits the far turn. It's still Sharp Cat with the lead. Blushing KD makes her move as they enter the far turn. There goes Glitter Woman revving up on the extreme outside. Must Sing is dropping out of it. Still at the back of the pack in last position is Tommy Sue's Delight. She's 10 lengths behind around the far turn. And they're the 3 big fillies. Blushing KD. Majestical Moment is in the thick of it now. Sharp Cat is giving way toward the inside on the far outside. Glitter Woman is right there. And those 4 will arrive at the top of the stretch together. On the far outside, it's Glitter Woman. Blushing KD is driving to the front. And Blushing KD is opening up. Sharp Cat veered out sharply. And Tommy Sue's Delight coming with giant strides on the far outside. Storm Song toward the rail. They're in the final furlong of the 123rd Kentucky Oaks. And it's Blushing KD, a 3-length lead. Tommy Sue's Delight moving belatedly on the outside. Under the line. Blushing KD has won. She wins by 2.5. Tommy Sue's Delight comes from well out of it. And Sharp Cat. Glitter Woman giving up, and Glitter Woman actually pulled up in the last furlong of the race. The final time here was 1 minute 50 and 1/5 seconds, and the winner here, Blushing KD.
That is her 5th victory in a row, Tom, owned by James and Sue Burns, trained by Sam David, who you just heard from earlier. And with all the high-powered Hall of Fame riders in here, and Hall of Fame riders to be, it's Lonnie Mesh, who has been the regular rider of Blushing KD, and holds on. Caden, give us a look at what happened to Sharp Cat.
Top of the stretch, it was all Blushing KD. Glitter Woman just didn't have it today. At the top of the stretch, she just flattened out completely. There was a little bumping. Sharp Cat veering out. You'll see again here where Sharp Cat seems to get off stride, seems to get angled out just a little bit, but Blushing KD by now has the race won, and her jockey Lonnie Mesh is able to just keep on going in a straight and orderly fashion. Sharp Cat veering out slightly, interfering with Majestical Moment, but it's all Blushing KD.
A great shot of the daughter of Blushing John, the stallion, of course, owned by Alan Paulson. This daughter of Blushing John has now won 5 in a row. She was a $32,000 kid. But we'll take a look at Sharp Cat as she bolts to the inside. Good job by Corey Nakatani to get her pulled up there and straighten her out. Watch again, though. Corey Nakatani inside, and now all of a sudden Sharp Cat makes a quick right-hand turn. Here she comes out. Nakatani grabs the rein on the left side tightly, gets her back in there. We're going to have to wait and see what the stewards think of that. I'm looking on the board, and yes, the inquiry sign is up. There is an inquiry for the Kentucky Oaks, but it should not affect the winner, Blushing KD.
Look at these lights. They say it costs $1 million a day to light Las Vegas.
I've been here 6 times.
Twice. 46 times. This is the best place to watch people.
Sigmund Siegfried.
Hey, aren't you guys Siegfried and Roy?
Roy.
Actually, I'm Siegfried. This is Roy. Hey, can I get comps to the next show? Okay. Let's go. This is a great place. There really is only one Las Vegas.
Shadid's going to win it. Shadid from bed in a moment.
Wherever business takes you, call Thrifty Car Rental first at 1-800-4CARS. Thrifty offers low rates on first-rate transportation. Call us toll-free 24 hours coast to coast and get great deals on the best wheels. Now, for only $34.95 a day, rent a Dodge Stratus or a similar midsize car from Thrifty. Just $34.95 a day.
Best of all is Thrifty. Renting cars with pride worldwide.
Big city type hit, eh? I'm thinking Detroit.
Ah, Murder City.
Yep.
Should we take dentals?
I'm not sure he's got teeth in there, Claude.
Ah, jeez.
When is a driving rainstorm, thunder, and lightning not a problem? When you've won the Kentucky Oaks. Look at this scene just outside the winner's circle. The rain is pouring down, and Lonnie Mesh is thanking the heavens above, and it's not for the rain. Blushing KD, as you take a look at Sam David, the trainer, here is inside the stewards as they are taking a look at the replays. What they're looking at was Sharp Cat, the 5-horse, when she bolted out and almost wiped out Majestical Moment. Let's go down to Kate and Brader.
The rain kind of reflects the mood of jockey Mike Smith aboard Glitter Woman. Mike, a lot of bumping through the stretch. Tell us what happened.
That wasn't even close to my problems, Caden. Everything started whenever we loaded in the gate. She got really upset. We wind up having to tell her just to keep her to stand still. She'd never been told before. She wind up standing there. I got away dead last. And, of course, she's really quick. She wanted to catch up after that too much too soon. And by the time the bumping went on, I was already done. And she done made up too much ground too quick, you know.
It didn't affect your filly's performance, but that veering out by Sharp Cat, any idea what happened there?
She's been known to do that before. I mean, it ain't the first time Sharp Cat's done that. She's a particular filly, and sometimes she'll get to veering one way or the other, and she just happened to do it today.
Well, a rainy day, but another day tomorrow, Mike. Chris?
Thank you.
The lilies look beautiful in the rain. I know Lonnie Mesh thinks so. So does trainer Sam David. Owners James and Sue Burns, because their filly, Blushing KD, now proves she is the best in the nation in her division.
Come on, come on.
A daughter. Breathe. A daughter. She's going to need all my love. She's going to need lots of hugs and hours of stories and dolls, braces, designer jeans, summer camp, a second phone, third bathroom, computer, college car, and a huge black tie wedding.
With ice sculptures. Honey?
Why does Visa Gold give you so much purchase power? Because believe us, you're going to need it.
Congratulations, Mr. Miller.
Visa Gold, it's everywhere you want to be.
If you want more computer for your money, you got to call us, the friendly folks at Gateway 2000.
Can we back up? Pick up the phone and give us a call.
Call now. Call now. Call now.
Kind of nervous.
Call now.
Grab the phone. Give us a call. Pick up the...
Dial.
Giant.
Right now.
Gateway computers feature the Intel Pentium processor. To find out more, call 1-800-GATEWAY. Call us today.
I was born active. Motor's always running, if you know what I mean. So to stop smoking, the patch was not for me. Too passive, too rigid. With Nicorette gum, I get to do something. I participate in my own survival, fight my own cravings. Nicorette and I hit them before they hit me. I was busy smoking. Now I'm busy not smoking. Works out pretty good.
Nicorette gum will help you quit smoking successfully by helping you control your cravings. You can do it. Nicorette can help.
Coming up at 6:30 Eastern, the Pistons a win away from the first upset in the NBA playoffs. We'll have reports from the Derby on the eve of the 123rd run for the Roses. And Tractor Trailer stays put on SportsCenter right after Up Close.
ESPN's coverage of the 1997 Kentucky Oaks has been brought to you by Thrifty Car Rental. Best of all, it's thrifty. By Visa, it's everywhere you want to be. By Budweiser, Beechwood aged for a crisp, clean, classic taste. By Wittenauer Watches, the perfect balance of hand craftsmanship and advanced technology. Wittenauer, the watchmaker's watch. By Gateway 2000, personal computers, factory direct. And by Claiborne Farm, where champions begin. Ground transportation provided by Thrifty Car Rental with airport and neighborhood locations worldwide. For reservations, call your travel agent or 1-800-4CARS. Air transportation provided by Western Pacific Airlines. You'll enjoy Western Pacific's young and colorful all-Boeing jet fleet. And you'll love their low fares to cities coast to coast.
Guess what? These folks are connected with Blushing KD, the winner of the 1997 Kentucky Oaks. So they having a great time. And to remind you, Up Close is coming up next with trainer Bob Baffert and Nick Zito, two of the Derby trainers. Let's go get some reaction from the winners after we take a look at our Visa Championship points heading into the Derby tomorrow. The two favorites, Pulpit Captain Bodja, tied at 21, Freehouse 20, Silver Charm at 17. Let's talk to some winners now.
Well, we have the whole group down here. Lonnie Mesh thinks couldn't have set up more perfectly for you.
It worked out well. I mean, they had a lot of speed there in the first part, and she kind of got a little inches down the backside. I let her ease up, to the lead, and she's doing it nice and easy. And when I turned home, I had a lot of horse left, and I knew they were going to have to run to catch me.
You had to earn your respect every step of the way. This must be one of the biggest races and one of the best horses you've ever ridden.
Definitely. It's one of the biggest highlights of my career.
Leslie, you're hiding under the umbrella with a winning trainer.
It's certainly the wettest these guys have ever been. This is Sam David's first trip to Churchill Downs. What do you think of this experience?
Oh, I love it here. This has been quite an experience. We planned for this race a long time, and we're just super happy with the outcome. We've been looking for these lilies for a long time now. We got one now.
Well, they'll grow in the wet weather.
Well,
Back to you, Chris.
They'll grow today, then.
Congratulations. Thanks, Chris.
People are running for cover, and catch number...
And I always thought that made enough money, I'd buy myself a racehorse.
Soul of the matter will take it by a half a length.
And I did. Is it equal to winning an Academy Award? In a way, yes.
Afternoon Delights doesn't even take a deep breath. He just strolls home.
Until you've done it, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. It's a great sport.
Make your bid for success at Keeneland's Selected Yearling Sale.
This year at the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness, and the Belmont Stakes, there's an absolute 100% sure thing. If you try to use American Express, you won't get in, because the only card accepted at the gate is Visa. It's everywhere you want to be.
4:20, the exact of the running time, 1:50. Obviously quite a bit off the stakes track record. Rain, what rain is there? No, guys, SportsCenter is next. Up Close is next. Got a couple of... Let's take a look at the Wittenauer split times now for the Kentucky Oaks. and the rain is driving and the wind is rolling now. The split times for the Kentucky Oaks ended up with a time of 150 plus, which of course is somewhat off. 23-4, 47-4 for the half, 111-4, and 150-1. What a finish of the Kentucky Oaks in a driving rainstorm where Blushing KD has proven that she has no longer number 3 when it comes to the top fillies of the nation. Today, she jumped over Glitter Woman and Sharp Cat. And Blushing KD, who we first saw down in New Orleans win the Fairgrounds Oaks, then on to Oaklawn for the Fantasy, has now won her 5th in a row. She is definitely number 1 among America's 3-year-old racing fillies. Unbelievable. Hey, you folks, check your forms tonight and figure out who likes an off-track the best in the Kentucky Derby. We know Captain Bodgett likes it, but don't get out in the rain. Watch with us, handicapping the Derby. They'll talk about this off-track tonight at 11 o'clock as Bob Newmeyer hosts that. And we'll be back tomorrow for all our coverage, starting with breakfast here at the Downs on ESPN 2 at 8 in the morning. Hope you enjoyed Blushing KD winning the Oaks. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.